Welcome to Filipino, a dynamic and evolving language based on Tagalog, but enriched with a blend of words and expressions from various regional dialects and foreign influences. Filipino is more than just a way to communicate. It is a living language that captures the diversity and history of the Philippines. In this video, we will explore both Tagalog and the heart of Filipino, the unique elements that make Filipino a national language for all Filipinos. After a short introductory video, we'll take a closer look at the vocabulary and structure of Tagalog, using example sentences from the Ling app and additional examples to make the explanations clear and easy to understand. Whether you're a language lover, a curious traveler, or someone wanting to connect deeper with Filipino culture, join me as we dive into the sounds, phrases, and stories behind this fascinating language.
Lalaki, lalaki ka. Batang babae, batang babae siya. Batang lalaki, batang lalaki siya.
Tagalog uses equational sentences where a noun or noun phrase can be equated to another without the use of a verb like to be. Babae ako, where ako, I, follows babae directly. Predicate nominative is the noun or pronoun that follows the linking verb and renames or identifies the subject. In Tagalog, however, the predicate nominative may come before the subject, and in that case, it doesn't use a verb equivalent to is or are. For example,
Babae ako.
I am a woman. Here,
Babae.
woman is the predicate nominative that identifies the subject ako.
Lalaki ka.
You are a man. Lalaki, man, is the predicate nominative for the subject ka, you. Here are some example sentences that use predicate adjectives to describe the subject, following the same structure.
Maganda siya. Matalino ka. Malakas ako. Pagod sila. Masaya kami.
Girl,
Batang babae.
boy.
Batang lalaki.
When forming compound nouns with bata, meaning child or young, the ng sound suffix is added, creating batang. Here's why.
Batang babae.
Bata, young child, plus babae.
Batang babae.
The ng suffix is added to bata to connect it smoothly to babae. In the same way,
Batang lalaki.
similarly, the ng suffix is added to bata to create batang, which connects to lalaki. Now let's take a look at some Tagalog pronouns in simple sentence examples.
Ako ay estudyante. Ikaw ay estudyante. Estudyante ka. Siya ay estudyante. Kami ay mga estudyante. Tayo ay mga estudyante. Kayo ay mga estudyante. Sila ay mga estudyante.
Ay.
This is the Tagalog way of marking a subject, and though it seems like the verb to be in this sentence, it is not. More about that later. It is used in formal or written context, placed after the subject.
Mga.
This is a plural marker. In other words, used before nouns to indicate that they are plural. For example,
Mga estudyante.
for students.
Ikaw. Ka.
When using
Ikaw.
at the beginning of a sentence, it becomes
Ikaw ay estudyante.
when
Ka.
is used elsewhere in the sentence, it becomes
Estudyante ka.
the absence of
Ay.
in the sentence like,
Babae ako.
I am a woman and
Lalaki ka.
you are a man, reflects a common practice in everyday conversational Tagalog, where the
Ay.
is often omitted to create a more natural or fluid sentence structure. In Tagalog, the default word order in equational sentences, where a subject is being equated with a noun or an adjective, is predicate nominative or adjective plus subject. So,
Babae ako.
woman I,
Lalaki ka.
man you, etc., are natural ways to express these ideas without needing
Ay.
the predicate nominative or adjective For example,
Babae, lalaki, batang babae, batang lalaki.
comes first, followed directly by the subject pronoun.
Ako, ka, siya.
Here are some example sentences contrasting the two structures.
Babae ako.
Ako ay babae.
Lalaki ka.
Ikaw ay lalaki.
Batang babae siya.
Siya ay batang babae.
Batang lalaki siya.
Siya ay batang lalaki.
Maganda siya.
Siya ay maganda.
Matalino ka.
Ikaw ay matalino.
Malakas ako.
Ako ay malakas.
Masaya kami.
Kami ay masaya.
Pagod sila.
Sila ay pagod.
Note that
Ka.
is used after the predicate, like a verb or adjective, and does not start a sentence.
Ikaw.
Is used at the beginning of a sentence and pairs with
Ay.
when following the formal or emphatic structure. Without
Ay.
the sentence structure is predicate nominative or adjective plus the subject. This is common in everyday Tagalog speech. With
Ay.
the sentence structure becomes subject plus
Ay.
predicate nominative or adjective, similar to the English subject verb object structure, adding emphasis or formality to the subject.
Amerika,
Nagmula ako sa Amerika.
Alemania,
Nagmula siya sa Alemanya. China. Nagmula ka sa China.
Hapon. Nagmula siya sa Hapon.
The verb
Nagmula.
means came from or originated from. It is derived from the root
Mula.
which means from.
Nagmula.
Is in the completed aspect past tense, indicating an action that has already occurred, specifically the subject coming from a place. The prefix
Nag.
in the word
Nagmula.
is a common verb affix in Tagalog used to indicate the completed aspect, similar to the past tense in English. The base word
Mula.
means from or since and can be used as a preposition or adverb in Tagalog. When used as a base for verb formation, it carries the idea of coming or originating from a specific place or point in time. Here are some examples of the prefix
Nag.
indicating that the action has been completed.
Naglakad ako sa parke. Nagsalita siya sa klase. Nag-aral kami ng matematika. Naglaro sila sa labas. Nagtrabaho siya sa opisina. Nagmaneho ako papunta sa bayan. Nagbasa ka ng libro. Nagkanta kami sa karaoke. Siya.
Is gender neutral and can mean either he or she based on context. There exists a good deal of flexibility of pronoun placement in Tagalog sentences. For example, in the sentence,
Nagmula ako sa Amerika.
the pronoun
Ako.
I follows the verb
Nagmula ako.
directly, making the focus on the action of coming from a place. This is a standard structure in Tagalog. In the sentence,
Nagmula sa Amerika ako.
the pronoun
Ako.
is placed after the prepositional phrase
Sa Amerika ako.
from America, emphasizing the place of origin.
Ay.
Functions as a topic marker in Tagalog and is used to emphasize or foreground the subject or topic of the sentence. It creates a distinction between the topic and the comment or information provided about the topic. When
Ay.
is used, the word order shifts to a more formal or emphatic structure. Subject
Ay.
plus predicate nominative, for example, woman, or predicate adjective, for example, intelligent. In Japanese, wa is the topic marker used to indicate the subject or topic of the sentence, separating it from the comment. Similarly,
Ay.
in Tagalog, places emphasis on the subject by marking it as the topic. For example,
Ako ay nagmula sa Amerika.
I came from America makes I the focus of the sentence, just as
私はアメリカから来ました。
does in Japanese. Let's compare some sentences to make this clearer.
Ako ay babae.
私は女です。
Siya ay maganda.
彼女は美しいです。
Kami ay masaya.
私たちは幸せです。
Ikaw ay matalino.
あなたは賢いです。
Siya ay nagmula sa hapon.
彼女は日本から来ました。
While English has the verb to be to link the subject with a predicate, noun, or adjective, Tagalog does not have a direct equivalent. Instead, Tagalog relies on context and word order. In sentences like,
Ako ay estudyante.
I am a student,
Ay,
serves to introduce a comment or description,
estudyante.
student, about the topic,
Ako,
I, without functioning as a verb. Taga is more direct and often used in casual or conversational context when talking about someone's place of origin. It is a common and simple way to express where you are from in Tagalog.
taga-Amerika ako. Taga-Alemanya siya. Taga-China ka. Taga-Hapon siya.
Tagalog.
Literally means from the river or river dweller. The term originally referred to the people who lived along the rivers in the Luzon region of the Philippines, particularly around the Pasig River, which flows through the capital Manila. Now let's take a look at some of the differences between Tagalog and Filipino. Tagalog tends to use more native or traditional terms, while Filipino incorporates loan words from Spanish, English, and other languages. For example, in Tagalog,
Aklat.
is used for book, whereas in Filipino, the Spanish-derived libro is more commonly used. Filipino is more adaptive and inclusive, using words from other Philippine languages and foreign languages to reflect a broader national identity. For example, while Tagalog uses
Pamayanan.
for community, Filipino might use the more modern term.
Komunidad. Kumusta ka?
Kamusta ka?
Nag-aral siya ng agham.
Nag-aral siya ng siyensya.
Gusto kong magbasa ng aklat.
Gusto kong magbasa ng libro.
Kailangan kong kumain ng agahan.
Kailangan kong kumain ng almusal.
Pumunta siya sa palengke.
Pumunta siya sa merkado.
Salumpuwit ang gamit ko.
Silya ang gamit ko.
Araw-araw siyang naglalakad.
Daily siyang naglalakad.
Naglaro siya sa labas.
Nagpi-play siya sa labas.
Saan ang palengke?
Nasaan ang merkado?
Nagtrabaho siya ng 12 oras.
Nagtrabaho siya ng 12 oras.
Sumulat siya ng sulat.
Nagsulat siya ng letter.
Malapit ang kanyang paaralan.
Malapit ang kanyang eskwela.
Tumigil na ang ulan.
Tumigil na ang rain.
Nagluto siya ng pagkain.
Nag-cook siya ng pagkain.
Siya ay mag-aaral ng wika.
Siya ay mag-aaral ng language.
If you're interested in studying Filipino or Tagalog, try the Ling app. Just click on the link in the description to start a free trial today.